Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na, yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na, yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na, yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng
we are deep into the regular season, but we still have some crucial matches, especially tonight dito sa Caloocan Sports Complex. Second of 3 games para sa inyo, mga fans ng Liga ng Bawat Pilipino, the MPBL regular season nearing its tail end. Warren Bonifacio, who's enjoyed a breakout season para sa Pasay Voyagers, will be up against the former MVP, John Wilson, now with Nueva Ecija, and that is our matchup for tonight. Pasay against Nueva Ecija, a possible preview of a first-round matchup dito sa MPBL playoffs. Magandang gabi mga kaliga, sa Davtupan kasama si Coach Mike Perez. And Coach Mike, as we mentioned, posible maglaban ng dalawang teams na to in the playoffs in the first round, particularly because of their standings right now.
Well, a lot of the other teams, Manila, Caloocan, Pasay, they still gotta figure out how they end up in that number 6. So magandang preview na ito heading into the playoffs.
Oo, kasama din natin at courtside Miss Andrea Indicio, who has been quite busy and checking out all the updates on both of our teams. Andrea, kamustang mood ng dalawang teams natin going into this very important game?
First of all, good evening, gentlemen. At syempre sa ating mga kaliga, well, I am very excited for this matchup dahil kagaya nga ng sinabi mo kanina, possible preview of the playoffs mula nga sa side ni Coach Marlon Martin. Para daw sa kanila, nothing to lose but everything to gain. At para naman sa side ni Coach Don Dulay, although he chose to rest out his core players today, naniniwala naman daw siya that his players who are lined up today will deliver para sa kanilang team. More of this later on, but for now, balik muna sa inyo.
Maraming salamat, Andrea, and we'll follow your reports later on. Tingnan natin ang ating North Division standings muna. And we see Nueva Ecija there, 24-3. This is their last regular season game. And, those 3 losses, 2 of them coming against San Juan and Pampanga, and the other one against Binyan. Pasay naman, sitting at number 6, 17-10 ang kanilang record. And they're coming off a loss. So titingnan natin dito, no, if there will be more movements here, because Manila has 2 more games left, and we could see all teams tied at with 18 and 10 records.
Yeah, and definitely Nueva Ecija has got that lock in at number 3. Pero itong Pasay, right now currently at number 5, could slide to number 6 depending on the outcome if they win today. Plus a couple of losses on the last 2 games of Caloocan, could push them up there, retain at number 5 or slide at number 6.
Oo, so hindi pa po set ang ating mga matchups in the North Division, particularly in the middle of the pack. In the last game of Pasay, they went up against Zamboanga, and this was a home game for them, and it was a tough one because they suffered their first loss on their home floor, the Cuneta Astrodome, and this was a game where Zamboanga just took the game to Pasay early on. No, hindi masyado naka-recover itong Pasay, and even with their best efforts, it was a game where the poise of Pasay was tested, and nakita natin na hindi nila na-overcome itong Zamboanga.
Yeah, totoo ka doon. And it was really a good field goal shooting para dito sa Pasay. They shot 44% from the field, but really the big stats that I call them, rebounds, points in the paints, and second chance points, really just dominated by Zamboanga. Minus 18 on rebounds, minus 18 points in the paints, as well as minus 8 in second chance points. Good start in the first quarter, but the latter quarters really controlled by Zamboanga.
And Nueva Ecija naman in the last game, really coming out with a lot of firepower. And speaking of firepower, they do have a lot of that in this lineup that they have. And kahit nga wala yung kanilang majority of their starters for this game, pero in their last game against Rizal, this was a game where Rizal was gunning for a spot in the playoffs, but Nueva Ecija sort of spoiled that. Pero may opportunity pa naman ng Rizal, but nonetheless, the Rice Vanguards looking pretty strong here in the late in the season.
And with how Nueva Ecija is playing, we saw their usual field goal percentage, roughly at 47% in that game. The 3 was an advantage. 10 3-pointers made out of 26 attempts, and just the identity of Nueva Ecija, getting turnovers and turning them into points, especially on fast break points. 18 turnovers forced altogether on Rizal, and 24 points gotten out of it, 17 of that coming from fast breaks.
So interesting stats, and that will be tested for today's game, Nueva Ecija against Pasay. Let's go to Miguel Pere for the starting lineups.
Action continues here inside the Caloocan Sports Complex. It's Pasay Voyagers versus Nueva Ecija for our second game. This is the 2024 Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 6, presented by Extreme. Let's meet our starters. First, for the Pasay Voyagers. Starting at forward number 9, AJ Coronel. Also at forward number 13, Dr. Fly, Don Reverente. Center number 4, Warren Bonifacio. Guard number 1, Lawrence Victoria. And the other guard number 5, Axel Inigo. Their head coach is Marlon Keith Martin. Assistant coaches Vic Escudero, Hubert De Los Santos, Willie Generala, Windel Cadiz, Cholo Martin, and Adrian Bocal. Team manager is Jonathan Tolibas. Team owners are Mickey Ligot, Raul Bacalso, Lavin Castro, JD Castro, and Lian Calixto Rubiano. Now, the starting 5 for the MPBL Season 4 champions, the Nueva Ecija Rise Vanguards. Starting at forward number 6, Gab Dagangon. Also at forward number 0, Chester Saldua. Center number 30, Vince Magbuhos. Guard number 13, Kenneth Mohon. And at 2 guard number 18, John Wilson. The head coach for the Rise Vanguards is Don Dulay. Assistant coaches Rob Wainwright, Matt Macalintal, Arnold Oliveros, Rick Season, Derek Evangelista, and Jonathan Uyo.
Starting 5 brought to you by SportsMax, powered by PlayMax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max. Pasay starts with Axel Inigo, Lawrence Victoria, Warren Bonifacio, Don Reverente, and AJ Coronel. Nueva Ecija naman will have Kenneth Mocon, John Wilson, Vince Magbuhos, Chester Saldua, and Gab Dagangon. So no Billy Robles, no Robbie Celis, no JC Colliar, no Will Macaloni, no Toto Villarias, and no Ryan Costello in this ball game para kay Coach Don Dulay. But you saw the starting lineup and the bench. There's more than enough in there.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, it's a position na meron ngayon sila Coach Don Dulay. It's good to simulate some playoff situations wherein you might not have these certain players that are actually resting also right now. So how you guys respond, at least nasusubukan na nila ngayon.
Warren Bonifacio backing down on Saldua. The hook shot won't go. Wilson saves it to Saldua. And John Wilson finding his groove at just the right time for the Rise Vanguards. Here's Saldua. Bigay kay Wilson. Pulls the trigger. That throws out. Dagangon. Not save that loose ball. Na kay Axel Inigo bola. Natapik ni Kenneth Mocon.
Well, I'm pretty sure those are one of the very few times you'll see, you know, situations like those that hindi ma-execute kaagad ang ofensiba para dito sa Pasay Voyagers, because they are definitely the number 1 when it comes to ball efficiency, averaging only 12 turnovers per game, and that's best league-wide so far.
And look, Paul Lawrence Victoria, his teammates called him Paul, but in the broadcast we usually refer to him as Lawrence.
Yeah.
Here's John Wilson. Nice drop pass. Magbuhos reverse layup won't go. Inigo surveys the floor. Finds Reverente. Back to Axel. Warren Bonifacio. Natapik ni Magbuhos. Ends up with Mocon. Quickly to Saldua. Chester to Magbuhos from the corner. It's good.
Yeah, situations like those for Vince are, you know, things that you want to take out of experiences playing this way. He's a 25% three-point shooter, and you want to ramp up that number, especially as you head into the playoffs. Kasi yung mga big man doon, talagang you want them to come out so that that lane gets open.
Here's Victoria. Spins short on that turnaround shot. Saldua. With Wilson. Nilintay si Magbuhos. Gab Dagangon against his former college teammate in AJ Coronel. Dagangon, who former perpetual help out, as matched up early here in this ball game. Here comes Reverente. Reverente gets that one to drop plus the foul.
Perimeter gaming, yan talaga ang isa sa mga strength nitong Pasay. And you see a lot of that because of players like this man right here, Don Reverente, even Warren Bonifacio, you know, just completely attacking that defense, not even set up to try and stop that attack.
A simple in and out dribble para kay Don Reverente before laying that ball in. It looks like it will be a mandatory sub para kay Don Reverente. Yeah, it is a mandatory sub. It looks okay.
They're not subbing anymore? I thought mandatory. Yeah.
They have to.
They have to, right.
Daniel Aguirre comes in. I got to talk to Coach Marlon at length, you know. Yesterday, I think, in one of our sit-down interviews, and you know, it was really a not really mind-blowing, but grabe yung wisdom na and yung insights na, you know, giving me an inside look on, you know, how he runs and coaches the team of the Pasay Voyagers. And syempre, the Coach M effect. Alam natin na yung konti din na share na rin sa atin. Nabangan nyo yan, yung ating playoff preview. We got to speak with some of the key players and key figures in the postseason of the MPBL.
And definitely, Coach Marlon is one of those very insightful coaches that you have. You know, very interesting perspective on the games. That Coach Marlon M effect as well, and you see the Voyagers consistently being a playoff team.
Yeah, and he talks about talks a lot about freedom. And you know, yung freedom na yon na binibigay niya sa players. Yeah.
And you know, a lot of freedom, you know, given the players to decide based on their reads and trusting their decisions, and growing from it and learning from it. Who wouldn't want to play for Coach Marlon?
Kaya nga. Here's Saldua, bola pa rin ng Nueva Ecija dito. Still just one field goal para sa kanila. That three-pointer by Magbuhos.
And those are shots that Chester's gonna have to make, especially come the playoffs. He's usually a really good perimeter guy that can make it from there. And they're gonna need him on that.
Coach Don Dulay, champion coach. And Coach Don naman also got to speak to him together with John Wilson, and a lot about the expectations that come with being part of that Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards organization because of the championship pedigree that they have.
And to start the season, there were a lot of expectations, I guess. You could say some uncertainty on, you know, how the team is going to be composed, especially with new guys like Rob Celis coming in. But eventually, these guys stuck out with the system and trusted the preparations of Coach Don, and they are right now here, sitting at number 3 in the North.
Reverente misses the jumper. Rebound, Saldua.
Very methodical talaga ang Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. They're very patient. Look at that.
Nice read there galing kay Kenneth Mocon, feeding Chester Saldua.
At saka ang laki ng binibigay ng iba't ibang experience ni Coach Don para sa mga players. You know, the way that he teaches them In as much as we talked about Coach Marlon also, these guys are really good coaches for both these respective teams.
Bonifacio forces that one. Rebound nakuha ni Saldua. Quickly to Magbuhos. Wilson pulls the trigger short. Victoria is ahead of the pack. And Lawrence Victoria gets the easy two.
And Lawrence Victoria, he's always been that leader offensively. Para dito sa Pasay Voyagers, him coupled with Don as well as Warren Bonifacio, the 1-2 punch of the Voyagers. Out here again, they're out running.
Victoria leaves it. Inigo for three. That won't drop. He gets his own miss. And great presence of mind there from Inigo.
Literal na catch and shoot yun pag salo ng bola niya after back rim.
The fast break of the game is brought to you by Sports Max, powered by Playmax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max. Axel at the line. Really solid numbers this season. 8.2 points, 4.2 assists, and 84% at the line. Let's go to Andrea.
For Nueva Ecija, kung mapapansin nyo, Coach Don Dulay decided to rest out his core players. However, one of the luxuries that he has in this team, yung lineup niya ngayon, equally competitive and skillful. Well, the reason is for him, hindi daw siya nag-aalala kung sino man ang makakalaban nila in the playoffs, but he is more worried on the health of his players. He believes that this is the wisest decision given kung gaano kabigat ang mga magiging laban nila head-on. Also, one of the hardest things of being a coach in this team is seeing these equally competitive players like Andre Duremdes, Jeff Javillonar, not being part of the lineup despite their hard work in practice. Coach Don says, well, now is their time. So, Delph, Coach Mike.
Maraming salamat, Andrea. So, we'll see more of Andre Duremdes and Jeff Javillonar in this ball game.
Oh, tsaka maganda pagkakataon talaga for the other guys to step up. And this is a quality team that you're going up against with their hope of staying at the number 5 and not to slide down to number 6. Yung apat na middle teams na pinag-usapan natin kanina, talagang very crucial yung incoming games on how this North Division is going to end up based on their positioning.
Dagangon rises for this jumper. And he knocks it down. We're tied at 7.
Setting up again.
Jasper Salenga. Manalang. That's an offensive foul on Paul Victoria. Nakatalikod si Ed Dakior.
And kanina you mentioned about yung freedom that Coach Marlon is giving this team. You could see it in their shot selection. I mean, they have a good mix of 2-point attempts and 3-point attempts. And because it really depends on, the reads of the players on the floor, considering the system that they use.
Dagangon against Tabi. Steal. Manalang. Takbo si Salenga.
Yeah.
Nice finish.
Laking bagay nito si Salenga so far para kay Coach Marlon's. Roughly getting about 15 minutes per game. Shoots 33% from 3. It's get almost 6 points per game. But yung quality ng games that he's played lately has really, shored up the kind of player that he is now for Coach Marlon and the Voyagers. Ito na naman si Don.
Reverente against Bayo. Reverente fades away. No good. And Mancano with a rebound.
Look at JB.
And JB runs into Brian Hilario.
Ganda rin ng read defensively ni Brian. Kita niya, rim running na si JB Bayo sa gitna. Kailangan niyang i-stop yung rim run na yun. So he, gave up that corner guy that he was guarding to attend to JB.
Wow. Jeff Javillonar looks fit, Coach.
Yes. He looks really good.
Oh. This is a far cry from the early season Pangasinan heat waves.
Tsaka tone din, no?
Oo. Batak.
Oo.
Kumbaga. Salenga for 3. No.
And you know, players
And
just...
he hasn't played that much.
Correct. And come to think of it, the players for Nueva Ecija, regardless whether they get the call up to play in games, really staying ready. And you see that toned body of Villunar. Good pass.
Villunar umatake and great control there on that drive.
Ang gaan yan tingnan eh, no?
Oo. Parang NU na Villunar.
Oh, correct. That's right. And he was, talagang the way that he put that ball on the floor and started attacking that man. As you see, Eman Calo right there talking to Coach Don Dulay. And Eman Calo's been one of the really good disciples of Coach Don Dulay.
Looks really light on his feet. Jeff Villunar.
Yeah, even on his face, you see that slim down. Reaching down real good.
Commissioner Kenneth Remdes and Alfred Cedillo having a chat. Alfred of Bacolod, of course. Suffering that heartbreaking loss earlier.
Oh, yeah. I still feel you.
Broke my heart.
It's a heartbreaking day for the City of Smiles.
Yes.
But it was a good game.
That was a good game, though. It was
right.
a treat. It was a treat.
Right.
Absolutely.
Jameson really just hit that difficult shot. That's how it went.
JV Bayo. Balik kay Eman Calo. Calo. Gusto makawala sa depensa.
Here's that switch.
Bayo against Tabi. Villunar. Doremdes banks it in.
How about that unselfish decision to give it up to Doremdes for that 3 on the wing?
The son of Commissioner Kenneth Doremdes comes up with a stop. Calo launches a 3. No. Villunar with a rebound. Villunar against Bonifacio. Finds JB Bayo. There's a switch.
Got 5 on the clock.
Bayo has to attack. JB Bayo. Absolutely under control there.
Oo. For the most part, mga gwardiya at wingmen na nakikita mong gumagawa ng 2-feet gaming na yun eh. Pero JB Bayo showing us the footwork right there.
Salenga to Manalang. Tabi. Tabi, the runner. Trying to go glass, too strong. Calo ahead to the Kiwag. Taken away by Manalang.
Good defense by Salenga right there. Trying to distract from the back.
Manalang. Atake. Manalang left-handed scoop is good.
Manalang testing that quick defense right in the middle of the floor against Andre. Left hand finish too.
Coach Don Dulay not happy with a decision there. But first quarter was a low-scoring affair. Lawrence Victoria with probably the easiest basket to score this season. Multiple players contributing para dito sa Nueva Ecija, including Andre Doremdes off the bench. 13-11 at the end of 1. First quarter score is brought to you by GameX Sports, the official online basketball ending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. Our Jinky Beauty, this fan of the game, is brought to you by Jinky Skin. All smiles there. May narinig ako May narinig ako dito sa partner ko dito sa kaliwa.
Thumbs up daw?
Oh, thumbs up daw siya.
Thumbs up daw siya?
Thumbs up daw siya. Sinasimulan na ang laro.
Oo, okay. At least malinaw.
Malinaw, malinaw, malinaw. 13-11, bola ng Nueva Ecija to start the second quarter. A battle of two teams already in the playoffs, and Nueva Ecija having already secured the number 3 seed. There is a foul, but also for Pasay. There is this option. It's Billy Robles and wife Micah right there na kung sino ang kamatchup nila sa first round playoffs. So that's the implication right there. So ikaw ba ang Pasay, would you of course you want to win this game.
Right.
But winning this game could avoid number 7. The number 7 position.
That's right.
Which means avoiding
Pampanga.
And most likely facing Nueva Ecija.
Right. And so you want to avoid 7 and 6 because you're getting either you want to avoid 7 because you're getting Pampanga. You'd much rather settle for either Nueva Ecija or Manila. Depends on the strategy of where they feel that they're a little bit, they can figure out teams.
Kinakabahan ako sa mga sinasabi mo, Coach Mike.
Pero mahirap talaga.
This reader is brought to you by Trio Appliances sa subok at kompleto appliance brand ng Pilipinas. So sinasabi mo, mas mahina siya, no?
No.
Based on the record.
Very on the record, on their matchups, diba? There are certain teams that you match up real good, diba? Kumbaga parang kontrapelo ka sa kanila, eh.
But, if you can remember, Pasay actually dragged Pampanga to a close game in their matchup in the regular season.
Yeah, at saka yung Manila game. Maganda rin yung game ng Manila, diba? They match up real well. But
well,
really
that was a game where they had Patrick Sleet, though.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Mancalo knocks down the jumper. His first basket, Jasper Salenga. Mintis ang kanyang 3, rebound ni Doremdes. Binigay agad kay Calo. Avillonar providing the pick. Avillonar underneath.
So far, they've been going at least to the last couple of possessions that we've seen. Avillonar's been actively involved offensively. One on a setup horns play, and the other one being a cut from the back.
Nanalang, Mas Canyal rather, and Mancalo getting entangled there. Melvin Chan flashing this new hairstyle. For Miles Canyal, and AJ Coronel comes in for Cyrus Tabi.
Fresh cut, huh?
Yeah.
Chan.
Bonifacio. Short on the 3 ball.
So Villarreal earlier.
Calo. Bigay kay Avillonar. JB Payo with a jumper. No good. Back the other way. Jasper Salenga.
Post up.
Bonifacio goes to Manalang. Chan for 3. Too strong. Takbo ang Nueva Ecija. Mancalo. Misses the jumper. It will go back to the Pasay Voyagers. It's been a struggle so far para sa Voyagers. Only 12 points in the first 12 minutes and 21 seconds of this ball game. We have a timeout.
Nagbabalik ang MPBL. Before this game, Coach Marlon Martin put his players into that mind setting that this team should be the team na haharapin na nila sa playoffs. Think of this as a practice game na for the playoffs and shake off the jitters. Although Coach M is aware that in this game, their team would be going up against fresher legs, sabi nga niya, being in the North Division is both a blessing and a curse. Blessing because you'll be pushed to go further and be better, but a curse because no matter how hard you push, you will always have to strive harder. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Andrea. And it's always been a talk. No, there's always been a debate, a discussion, which division is the stronger one and which set of teams will be the more difficult to navigate in the playoffs. But, you know, it's a game. It's just a game and you have to play it.
Oh.
You can go ahead and, you know, think about the scenarios, pero at the end of the day, if you want to go to the top, you have to beat the best.
Right. Agree. And certain teams you have to go through if you want to end up with the title this year, lalo na here in the North Division. And irregardless, you know, you're still going to meet the top teams on the other division as well. So might as well get yourself ready and be up there for battle.
Tama. So, Coach Marlon has nag-mind conditioning na para sa kanyang mga players. Victoria, hang time move, could not score past Saldua. Pavillonar. Binigay kay Dakiwag. Dakiwag, step back three. No.
They want to review this. No. Hindi na. Chester says he didn't touch it.
Coach Don thinking about it. They will challenge.
Okay.
And we will be right back for the result of this challenge.
Upon review, the challenge was successful. Ball possession stays with the Rice Vanguards. With 40 on the shot.
The Rice Vanguards will keep the ball after Coach Don Dulai's challenge. It was successful. Last touch ni Warren Bonifacio. Eman Calo playing the point for Nueva Ecija. Chester Saldua. Back to Calo.
There you go.
Duremdes. Back to Calo. Launches a three. Nope.
And Nueva Ecija attempting to set up Andre for another three right there. Of the elevator right through the middle. After that post-split action underneath.
Inigo. Nagtitimon para sa Pasay. Binigay kay Elvin Chan. Victoria nasa corner. There's two players there. Elvin. Nice ball fake.
Yeah.
Travel.
Ball fake on that travel. That looked good.
Travel ba?
It seemed to me looked good.
Yeah.
Ball fake, di ba?
Ball fake. May,
Ball
Ako
fake
kasi-
with a jab on the
ako
right.
kasi, pag ball fake ko ng ganun, may kasamang chan.
Oo. Yun ang nagka-travel.
Mancalo,
Wow.
dire-diretso. Mintis, rebound, nakuha ni Reverente. Inigo. Bonifacio, thought about it. Warren. Ooh, it's a hard fall para kay Andre. No foul. Oh, offensive foul. And one thing's for sure, Nueva Ecija is defending.
Yeah, that right hand. Yeah.
But I thought Villonar should have been whistled earlier.
Earlier, right.
Commissioner Kenneth Duremdes, Emer Oreta, head of operations, and Tito Rudy Distrito. Jeff Villonar back to the bench. Balik si Gab Dagangon sa loob. Mocon is also back on the floor. Dondon Arenas, the homegrown star, is in the game. Saldua. The whistle going against Don Reverente. Una yan.
But you can see the patience on the offensive execution of Nueva Ecija talaga. You know, they go to their second and third action before they get to their point of attack. In that situation, Chester Saldua being at the post.
Duremdes lumapit. Oh, travel.
Oh, wow. Sure looked like a good hop to me. See that again. Fake. Oh, yeah. That's a 2-foot stop.
Not sure about that call from
Yeah.
referee Jackson Mabandos.
Right. That looked good.
Yan yung naging nagtatawag ng traveling eh. Here's Victoria, finds Inigo, trying to go glass, medyo matigas ng ring.
Mahirap para makapasok ka sa loob against sa depensa ng Nueva Ecija because the help defense is always there.
Bonifacio up against Dagangon. Warren out to Coronel. The kick out to Victoria.
Nice fake.
That's a three. No. Rebound ni Duremdes. Another stop for Nueva Ecija. Pasay stuck at 12 points at the moment.
This so far has been a very low scoring quarter.
Only 1 point for Pasay
Right.
here in the second.
Right. 8 points for Nueva Ecija and just 1 point solitary para dito sa Voyagers.
Magwoz is back on the floor. Kapalit ni Duremdes. Arenas. Pinapahirapan si Inigo. They go to Bonifacio again. Inigo finds Coronel for three. No. Saldua surveys the floor. Mocon starts the action. Pocket pass to Saldua. Travel.
Medyo tight yung pasa sa loob. Try to get it the opposite side.
Pasay still looking for its first field goal here in the second quarter. They're down by 9, 3.5 minutes to play. A team comparison here, Pasay and Nueva Ecija. And Nueva Ecija top 10 in 4 major categories here. And more impressive is the points average and the assists and the points in the paint.
Right.
With Will Macaloni and Robbie Celis there operating. So Juan Martin and his Voyagers only 12 points so far.
Yeah, right.
And 5 made field goals. And ang joke now is that wala tayo sa Pasay.
It's different, really, if you're getting a lot of energy from your home crowd. And maybe that's one thing that I guess the Pasay Voyagers are missing right now in this game. But there will be games that, you know, not only in the playoffs, you don't get the top rankings. You will play a lot of away games.
No choice ka.
No choice ka. Kailangan mo mag-perform. And of the stats that was shown kanina, kita mo yung laking difference in terms of points per game. That's really brought about by yung, you know, being a more assisting team. Itong Nueva Ecija. They like to find open guys for the most part, and they get most of their points in the paint. And one other stat line that wasn't shown there is bench points. That's a plus 13 difference in favor para sa Nueva Ecija. And right now you're seeing that. It's 14 versus 4 right now. Only 2 guys scoring for the Pasay Voyagers off the bench, namely Salenga and Manalang with 2 points apiece.
Ito, chance ng Pasay to finally put points on the board.
Right.
After a lot of tries in this second quarter.
They haven't made a field goal yet.
Yeah.
No, wala pa in the second quarter, huh?
That's what I mentioned earlier. And surprisingly also missing on that one was Axel Inigo. Travel. So 2 points lang ang Pasay. Their other made shot was at the 9:28 mark. A free throw from Warren Bonifacio.
Yeah, earlier on that post-up, right?
Oo, ang tagal na nun.
Oh, tagal na.
Don Reverente, masyado malalim dun sa drive na yon.
Well, Chester wanted to take advantage of that mismatch underneath. Positional, they had advantage. They wanted to take that option.
21-13. 2:29 remaining.
And so far, Chester has matched up real good against Warren. Warren only has 1 point on a free throw.
Narenas travel. Scoring this quarter, it's been difficult. 8-2.
And ang medyo mabigat dyan is yung wala ka pang field goal, no? It's almost, almost 8 minutes gone by already and you haven't made a field goal if you're speaking of the Voyagers. And I'm still here.
Arenas. Inigo tried to take that one away. The last field goal nila was that Manalang buzzer beater drive to end the first quarter.
That's
13-11. So it's almost, it's 8 minutes now na walang field goal ang Pasay. Moko to magbohos. Dagangon pulls the trigger short. Long rebound ends up with Mokon. So Dua whistled for the illegal pick.
And you know, the hunt for that first field goal still continues para dito sa Voyagers. See that moving screen by Chester, lifted that left leg a little bit.
Under 2 minutes to play, that's sa ating second quarter. Pasay against Nueva Ecija. 21-13. Victoria. Finds Bonifacio. Inigo.
Oh, yeah.
Three-pointer,
Yeah.
finally. A field goal para sa Pasay.
Yeah, and that's the shot you want to take. Oh, that really good play. 39% three-point shooter, Inigo. You're going to take that if you have it.
Mokon gets that bank shot to drop. 23-16. Coronel. Navarrete.
Yeah.
Nabitawan ng bola. He dove for the loose ball. Ends up with Saldua. Under a minute left. Saldua to Wilson. Launches the three. It's short. Victoria 3-on-1. Inigo for three. No. Reverente with a rebound. Labas kay Coronel. Bonifacio. Binigay kay Victoria.
That's too long.
Oh. That is tough to watch.
You had numerical advantage. You had the numbers. Couldn't take advantage of it.
The first make of the game para dito sa Pasay Warriors, courtesy of Axel Inigo. Three-point shot brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
Could be their lone field goal in this quarter.
Saldua kicks it out. Dagangon, back shot. That's his favorite, Gab Dagangon.
Catch and shoot. Going glass with that defense. Closing out and late.
Victoria. Reverente goes on the attack. Misses. And he gets the putback to drop. But Nueva Ecija clamping down defensively against Pasay. Holding the Voyagers to just 18 points in the first two quarters. In this matchup that will determine kung ano ang pwesto ng Pasay in the playoffs. This halftime score is brought to you by GameX Sports, the official online basketball ending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. What a performance to close out the regular season.
Dito pa rin sa liga na tinututukan mula Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao, ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
They always wanted to push for more, and again, controllable. Kailangan yung game nila always at the highest level.
These guys are the ones na pinipilahan at inaantay ng mga fans.
Zamboanga will push. Access denied.
And the bazooka is feeling it.
Pampanga, hindi sila bababa dito sa number 2 sa kanilang home court advantage in the first round of the playoffs.
Chris Lalata, who gives us the throwdown.
Jumper is good.
And just like any point guard, when you have a big man running with you, give it to him. Throw it down.
Corner pocket three is good.
Dikit pa dito sa South hindi pa sure ang home court advantage throughout the South Division playoffs for Quezon.
Impayan, blocked by Santagon.
Fuentes, yes!
That's it. We're going into overtime. Oh my goodness.
halftime dito sa Caloocan Sports Complex kung saan ang Nueva Ecija Rise Vanguards have a 7-point lead against the Pasay Voyagers. And this matchup could be a preview of a playoff series in the north, and Nueva Ecija, holding Pasay to just 24% shooting. But it's been a defensive game, but you're gonna expect more from both teams offensively.
Right. And much as you mentioned about this being a defensive game, normally sabi nga natin ang Pasay good for 12 turnovers per game, pero right now they already have 10 and they're league best at 12. Just shows you the effect of the defense of Nueva Ecija, and a lot of that has to do offensively because of the guys sharing the ball para dito sa Nueva Ecija, and the bench. We said that was a plus 13 advantage stat-wise. Pero right now, it's a plus 10 favor pa rin para sa Nueva Ecija. Just a couple of guys scoring for Pasay off the bench is just Salenga and Manala.
Yeah, and Inigo leading scorer para dito sa Pasay with 5 points. Serverente with 4, along with Victoria. So not much to talk about in terms of scoring for Pasay. And on the other side naman, the leaner and fitter Jeff Avillanar is the leading scorer with 5 points and 30 pounds lost during the course of the season. I think after the window.
Tsaka I guess even yung jawline niya, lumiit eh. Lumiit eh.
Sana all.
Yeah. Let's start with his program, shall we?
I think there's strength and conditioning and nutritionist there. May magandang programa para kay Jeff Avillanar, who's now on the floor to begin the third quarter. Warren Bonifacio ang may tangan ng bola. Binigay kay Tabi. Rises for this jumper. It's good.
Well, that's at least that starts a field goal.
Yeah, and I think Pasay has to go on the attack early. Kasi parang kanina they were a bit too deliberate doon sa kanilang opensa.
Yeah. Sometimes medyo kailangan ng konting aggressiveness and mix, of course, at the end of it.
Wilson, the off-balance shot won't drop. Jasper Salenga, Paul Manalang, Silas Tabi, Brian Hilario, and Warren Bonifacio, 5 sa loob for Pasay. Here's Manalang.
Post up.
Waiting for Bonifacio to get in position. Tabi able to blow by Wilson. 4 straight points para kay Silas Tabi. 25-22. Voyagers pull within 3.
Good defense.
Steal by Salenga. Hilario on the crossover. Hilario lays it in for 2.
And that sequence clearly started on the defensive end. Getting into that handoff action, not allowing that space, getting that tip and running the other way. That's tough.
Kita-kita ang wayward left arm ni Eman Calo.
So far, this is what, a 6-0 run here?
Yeah, to start the third. And just a minute and a half. And Hilario getting away with a nudge there on Chester Saldua. And here's the play right here.
There.
I don't think that was more to that.
Yep.
An offensive foul is warranted, I believe.
And so far, itong 5 na to that Coach Marlon has opted to start second half.
Uy! It's been upgraded.
And that was... Well, I guess because it's on the head, but we see otherwise. But I was saying that itong 5 ito na ini-start ni Coach Marlon, really very interesting. You don't have Lawrence Victoria, you don't have Don Reverente, and really good mix of guys to try and shift things a little bit defensively and offensively. And so far, these guys have played starting off on the defensive end and being very efficient on the offensive side of the floor.
Manalang gets it back from Bonifacio. Tied game right now. Hilario, turnaround shot is good.
And Brian knew what he was doing. He saw that low post up in the middle by Warren. Didn't go to it, instead opted for that spin.
It's a 9-0 run. Dakiwag short on the 3 ball. Rebound is Salenga.
And so far, Pasay's been doing a good job getting into those lanes of those dribble handoffs and pin downs for shooters and challenging those shots.
Hilario, the kick out. Bonifacio puts the ball on the deck. Labas kay Hilario, shoots the 3 and knocks down the 3. And what a response by the Pasay Voyagers. Already with 12 points in the period. 3-point shot, tatid sa inyo ng Extreme. One-stop shop appliances. And Brian Hilario is in the zone here in the third. Lamang na ang Pasay ng 5. We'll be right back.
Nagbabalik ang MPBL. In the words of Coach Marlon Martin, during the halftime huddle, wala nga ang core ng Nueva Ecija, but look at their boys fighting for their spot, proving something in the team. Something na wala daw sa kanila ngayon. They lack the fire, passers are not ready. Ang dali daw nilang depensahan at sila mismo walang diin sa depensa nila. With 1 out of 11 from the 3-point line, the coaches said, stop relying on outside shots. Hindi daw yung pag-kick out sa poste, tira agad. Give some sense of continuity that they're already familiar with. Sabi nga ni Paul Manalang, masyado naming iniisip na kailangan naming manalo. He knows that they have to put their minds back in the game and not ahead of it. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Andrea, and I think the response has been great.
Oh.
You know, all those points na binigay ni Coach Marlon, and even, you know, Paul Manala getting a chance to speak to the team.
Right, and yun na yung freedom that you were alluding to earlier.
Actually, yun nga yung kwento ni Coach Marlon. Oh!
What a move!
Taking it to the chest of Ed Dakiwag. And some hang time as well para kay Cyrus Tabi. 32-25.
Yeah, tsaka laki ng iniba ng energy nitong Pasay Voyagers on both ends. We're not just speaking offensively. I mean, the defensive stops and getting into those passing lanes have been really good.
Well, Saldua is fouled by Tabi.
Well, that's one of the very few times, at least in this quarter, that Nueva Ecija was able to exploit that shift in defense.
Fast break of the game is brought to you by Sports Max, powered by Play Max, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max. Nueva Ecija still looking for its first point here in the second half.
Shoes on the other foot. Kung ano yung challenge kanina sa Pasay in the second. Now it's Nueva Ecija's turn in this quarter.
And finally, Saldua. And that was a 15-0 run in the first 3 minutes of the second half para dito sa Pasay Voyagers. It's Brian Hilario, who's been spectacular here in the third. Naagaw. Havillonar on the move. Havillonar strip. There was one pass available to Ed Dakiwag.
Dakiwag was running that left side of the floor. But I guess Jeff saw that he had advantage positionally against the smaller guy that's guarding him.
Manalang doing a great job there. Dakiwag. Binigay kay Havillonar. Mokon. Nice pass to Havillonar, who finishes.
I like how Jeff sort of held that screen a little bit before he slipped going down. perfectly timed pass to and a good finish.
Hilario turns around and puts it in.
Parang yun na yung pinaka-slam dunk ni, ni Hilario. I mean, that spin from 15 feet in, really good for Hilario.
Wilson for three. That's short. Rebound. Tabi. Pasay on the move again. 34-28. Tabi had a shot but opted to pass, and it leads to a turnover. Mocon, atake. Mocon lays it in. That's a tough finish para kay Kenneth Mocon.
Yeah.
He's got 4 points.
And that's just maturity, I guess, overall para dito sa Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards, able to stem that run by the Voyagers.
Hilario turns the ball over. And maganda yung scenario dito for the players of Nueva Ecija. You gotta figure things out right now because there's no Robbie Celis to solve some problems. No Will Macaloni. But this play of the game is brought to you by Suzuki. Finished off by Jeff Avillonar. Mocon knocks down the three.
And Mocon, there will be games that you'll be needing him to knock down those shots.
34-33. It's a 1-point lead. Kabalik na dito Nueva Ecija. They're down by 8 earlier. Tabi to Victoria. 5 seconds. Bonifacio. Back out to Cyrus Tabi to beat the shot clock.
Yeah, that looked good from our vantage point.
9 points in the quarter para kay Cyrus Tabi. Him and Brian Hilario have combined for 18.
Right.
But Jeff Avillonar has led the charge here for Nueva Ecija. 9 points as the Rice Vanguards are only down by 2.
Yeah, and Cyrus Tabi is one of those guys that's really good in shooting the ball, either perimeter, threes, or free throws. Oh, what a move by Lawrence.
Lawrence Victoria sticks it in. And Mocon, hindi magaan. Si Kenneth Mocon. Ang dinala niya dun sa loob ng pintura. Wilson sees daylight, fires the three.
Yeah.
Yes!
And that's one thing that's definitely not going to stop. Constant movement by John, allowing him to relocate and still take that shot, irregardless whether he missed the previous one.
39-38. We go to Bonifacio. Bonifacio, couple of fakes. Labas kay Hilario. Splits the double team. Tabi able to recover. Salenga for 3. No. Rebound. Victoria. Left-handed layup. No good. Is able to recover. Paul Victoria. Atake. Laban sa depensa ni Bayo. Leaves it to Bonifacio. That won't go. Mocon with the rebound. Foul by Salenga. And that gives us a breather. Grabe ang action. Third quarter played at a frenetic pace. And Pasay already surpassing their output in the first 2 periods here in the third. 39-38. Here's Bitoon. Vince Magbuhos, Gab Dagangon are in the game. Naagaw ni Salenga. Axel Inigo is also in the contest. Bitoon able to play the passing lane. Natapik. It will stay with Pasay.
Well, that didn't have a good line, or angle rather, on that pass to the post. Normally try to create a little bit of an angle before mo ipasa down low on the block.
Inigo to Bonifacio. Warren spins, nice fake. And Warren Bonifacio just imposing his will underneath.
Well, that time around, pure force right there on Warren Bonifacio. JB did a good job of trying to prevent that middle attack on that middle thirds of the line. But, really just good drop step by Warren.
And the thing with Warren Bonifacio is that ang dami niyang galaw.
Oh.
Ang dami niyang galaw. May outside shot na siya, may mid-range game na siya, may post game na siya, which was established earlier in his career. And, you know, when all else fails, mababalikan niya yan yung kanyang post game.
Correct. So maganda rin kasi talaga yung yung footwork niya. It allows him to play the different, jab steps and shots from there.
It's a 2-point lead for Pasay. Mocon launches the 3. That won't go. Bajío on the putback. 6 points para kay JB Bajío.
Deadlock game right now. And ito naman ang gusto siguro ni Coach Don Dulay to assess how these guys are gonna perform without some of their key players in the game.
Mocon comes up with a steal. Mocon drives, stop and pop, and he knocks it down.
Sometimes you gotta read the situation. Try and go middle. You see that help on the other side. Just stop and rise on that shot.
Nueva Ecija has retaken the lead. Bonifacio against JB Bajío. They clear out that side of the floor para kay Warren. Goes to Reverente. This is a 3-pointer. Rebound ni Biton. JB Bajío. Spin move. Short.
Oh, little action right there.
Magbuhos and Reverente refusing to let go. Two players locking each other up.
And neither refusing to give in that action.
Don Reverente. Medyo playoff mode na lahat bigla.
Oo.
And the referee is just discussing the verdict here. Let's watch this action here
See
again.
that?
Ngayo bitawan ng isa't isa ang kanilang mga kamay.
Well, it looked like locked arms. Both para sa players na to. But the second arm coming in for Don Reverente, which I feel escalated the situation.
Yeah. And Vince Magbuhos, mainit lang yung action. Pero alam mo, these two guys, really nice guys.
Right.
Si Don Reverente, ganun lang talaga yan. Kasi go hard lagi yan. Pareho sila ni Vince Magbuhos.
Tsaka tone din no?
Playoff, alam mo, playoff ready, Jeff Pavillonar.
Right.
Always ready, Don Reverente.
Don Reverente, always ready. Wala ring aatrasan yan si Don. It's just the makeup of how his DNA is. Tough player. Loves to figure it inside and can absorb yung physicality.
One of the pioneers here of the MPBL. Si Don Reverente. Nanggaling pa yan sa Muntinlupa.
Alright. At saka itong Pasay Voyagers, every position, they're almost always undersized. Pero, they're right here in the playoffs.
Yeah,
just speaks a lot of how the team is.
Oh, and it's a fascinating mix.
Correct.
Actually.
Correct.
The fact that they seem to be, they're mixing it up with the big boys in the north. With their youth, with their youth.
On review, foul on
lack
number
of size
30,
nila in
Vince
certain
Magbuhos is second.
positions.
Unsportsmanlike foul on number 13, Don Reverente, also his second foul.
So there's an unsportsmanlike foul on Don Reverente. And foul on Vince Magbuhos. So,
And that's the third team foul right now for Nueva Ecija. And also the same for Pasay.
So what's the... So two free. So unfortunately for Don and Pasay, it's yung unsportsmanlike ang mas mabigat. So that will mean na maninegate yung kanilang advantage dun of that foul kanina. Because it was a loose ball foul on Magbuhos initially.
Right. And then that unspo on Don.
No. Coach Don Dulay, champion coach of Davao Occidental, formerly of Davao Occidental in season 4. No, season 3 rather. Sorry about that. Season 4 was Coach Gerson Cabiltes for Nueva Ecija. Magbuhos with a spin.
Oh, he got that move already.
Wilson for 3. No. The tap ends up with Aguirre. Victoria is ahead. Lawrence fouled on his way up.
And Voyager's really looking to advance that ball the other way. Any opportunity na makita nilang late ang depensa nitong Rice Vanguards, they always want to take it because it's tough when that defense is ready right there, standing still in front of you. Those switches and all, you know, mahirap lampasan yung depensa na yan ng Nueva Ecija.
7 points in the ball game para kay Lawrence Paul Victoria. Split at the line. 43-41. 35 seconds remaining. Nueva Ecija can go for a 2-for-1 here.
Right.
Wilson. Inside.
Nice pass.
JB puts it in.
Yeah, you like that little Beja Stojakovic play intended for John Wilson as it came off from the bottom and finding JB right here underneath.
There's no help there because nasa labas si Don Reverente.
That's right. Yung switches ended up with JB being defended by a smaller guy.
Now Clark Derrigue is entered the contest for the first time. Nahio completes the three-point play. Great recovery by Nueva Ecija here in the third. They were down by 8, led by 7 at the start of the quarter, and down by 8 after a 15-0 run, and now leading by 5. Victoria puts his head down. Lawrence Victoria! And this is where Lawrence Victoria is at his best.
Kahit ilang bangga pa yan, hindi titigil niya si Lawrence mag-score. He got that first bump, went for that shot, got clipped, made that floater. And he just stays in control in situations like those, and it's very stable.
He could not complete the three-point play. 2 seconds remaining. Biton from half court. And that will do it. 3 quarters down. Kalaban ng Pasay and Nueva Ecija here in Caloocan. Balikan natin ang ating third quarter. Ryan Hilario and Cyrus Tabi with a sparkling performance. 9 points apiece. The highlights of the game are brought to you by SIP Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevator Hydration. Villanar has 9 as well. Kenneth Bocon stabilizing the troops for Coach Don Dulay. And they will go into the fourth quarter with a 3-point lead against the Pasay Voyagers. This third quarter score is brought to you by GameX Sports, the official online basketball ending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. His fan of the game is brought to you by Jinky Skin. And We're just about ready to start the fourth quarter. Cyrus Tabi and Brian Hilario. Ang ganda ng performance nilang dalawa sa third quarter. 9 points apiece. Missed only one shot combined.
Tsaka ang ganda ng balik no? Doon sa third quarter na yun para dito sa Voyagers.
And right now, to start the fourth, Brian is on the floor. Kasama si Warren Bonifacio, AJ Coronel, and Lawrence Victoria. Here's AJ. Nice finish galing kay AJ.
And JB did all that he could. See the quarter scoring right there. That 7 and 25, second quarter and the third. Huge turnaround para dito sa Pasay Voyagers, which got them to this situation in the fourth.
JB Bayo scoring on that short stab. 11 in the ball game para kay JB. Inigo, binabatayan ni Chris Biton. Hilario is wide open. Three-pointer, no good. And there's a whistle on the rebound.
And with the way, the composition of the players on the floor, you'd like to think that both teams are actually playing a little bit of small ball, no?
Well, Bahio is playing.
The only guy that's a little bit bigger. So you can argue that he can also run the floor, right?
Yeah, but Derrigue is a 4, Dagangon is a 3, and Wilson is, has the size, is bigger than usual two guards. So you see Hilario medyo undersized lang at the 4.
Yeah. Pin down.
Biton on the drive, and Chris Biton. Scouting report says don't make him go left.
Yeah. But that play allowed him to go left. So you have to be ready for that action.
Now, Bahio and Bonifacio wearing each other down.
Ang gandang matchup yan.
Great swing to Coronel for 3. And Tapik ends up with Wilson. Bahio running the floor. JB. What a game so far. 13 points para kay JB Bahio.
To go with 4 rebounds and a steal.
Hilario. No. That's a loose ball foul on Warren Bonifacio.
So far in this fourth quarter, it's been JB that's been the difference maker here para sa Rice Vanguards. His activity really just, very evident in this game, especially in this open floor where he just really used that footwork and glided to that layup attempt.
Hindi na nag-dribble si JB Bayo. Bitoon. Off the glass and in.
And twice, Chris has read situations perfectly well.
Now, Chris Bitoon, in his first season here sa Liga, was actually a 15-point, 18-point scorer. Formed a really dynamic duo with Aris Junicio nung nasa Manila pa sila. The lead has ballooned to 9. We're saying balloon because kanina lamang ang Pasay ng 8 at 33-25.
And this JB Bahio and Chris Bitoon combo has done wonders for Coach Don Dula in this quarter.
Tabi. And then again, ito naman ang Pasay. They're back to their own struggles kanina. Derrigue. Back with Bitoon. Chris Bitoon.
Same spot. 3 really good reads so far we've seen from Chris Bitoon. Rejected that screen earlier with that layup, then that pop, and then this one.
That's too much space.
Yeah.
For Chris Bitoon, you go under, and he makes you pay.
51% perimeter shooter and 33% three-pointer maker.
Timeout muna tayo. Lamang na ang Nueva Ecija ng 12 puntos. presenting our Suzuki Muscular and Sporty fan of the game. Just like the Avenes, do more and achieve more with the Muscular and Sporty scooter from Suzuki. The Avenes, oras na para magmotor. We've had some cute sporty and muscular fans of the game in this over the course of the season. One of the isa yan sa mga pinaka-cute na nakita ko. 13 points para kay JB Bayo in just 14 minutes of action.
Yeah, ang laking bagay ng wake up in the fourth quarter for JB, coupled with a really good performance in quality minutes for Chris Biton. He so far has played 5 minutes in this game, but he's been really good.
Miscommunication on the pass. Libre si Lawrence Victoria sa corner. Tabi actually had a shot.
Right. But didn't take it.
Minsan kasi may mga sitwasyon na kahit may libre pa, you'd rather take it rather than pass the ball.
Right. Lalo na if you have positional advantage and it's within your range, you have to take it.
Bayo going for the reverse. Can Pasay come up with a run here in the fourth?
Right side.
Victoria, he'll get continuation.
With that kind of momentum going for Lawrence, you know he's going to go to his right side.
But tingnan mo dito, gaano kabilis at gaano ka-forceful, ganun naman kalambot ang pag-kiss niya ng bola sa ating blackboard.
Correct. Ibang klase rin. At saka hindi madali yun. You have John Wilson right in front. Oh, what a good steal.
Here's Reverente. Basket was the foul.
Yeah, and string of really good plays here for the Voyagers.
Well, it all started with that stop on JB Bayo underneath. His play of the game is brought to you by Suzuki. Don Reverente using some English there. Completes the three-point play.
And half of that play should go to Cyrus Tabi. Coaches would tell you on a 2-foot jump stop, you always end it with a fake. And he got that defense committed for that John finish.
Meanwhile, let's go to Andrea Indisio.
In the second half, the coaches of Nueva Ecija said they came out relaxed, in which this Pasay team took advantage of. Ang ganda raw ng depensa nila in the first, but they need to get that back and play their game again. Para naman sa Pasay, andun na yung magandang start for the second half, but slowly they are turning flat in this quarter. Sabi nga ng coaching staff nila, they need better execution on offense and tighten up their defense. Back to you guys.
Some reminders there from the two coaches. Steal for Pasay. Here's Reverente. He will finish.
One of the most difficult things to do is to stop a streaking Don Reverente in the open floor.
Trust me, few players have tried and have succeeded. But Don Reverente is one of those irresistible forces here in the MPBL. 57-53. You have a timeout. Lawrence Paul Victoria finished with 21 against Zamboanga, but not the most efficient para sa kanya. 7 of 16 shooting for the former Mapua Cardinal. 12 points tonight to go with 5 rebounds, and is leading this comeback of the Pasay Voyagers in the final period against the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. A crucial game for both teams. Crucial for Nueva Ecija to get some game time and some, good moments para sa kanilang mga ibang manlalaro.
That's right.
9-0 run so far for Pasay. Naidikit na nila dito.
Yeah, and another good stop here could start a little bit of momentum again for the Voyagers. There's that stop that we wanted.
Victoria, full head of steam. Lawrence and Kenneth Mocon wisely getting out of the way.
Yeah, he had that speed but didn't have that balance to finish it off. So getting into that lane, you gotta stay in control. Medyo iniwan rin kasi no, ni Mocon on that bump initiated by Lawrence.
Pulled the chair on him.
Right.
Magbuhos gets it to Dagangon. Gab nails the three.
He's had some pretty solid shots here.
Yeah, Gab Dagangon. Very reliable yan. Basta perimeter shooting. Victoria swings it over to Salenga. Jasper, yes.
Jasper on that catch and shoot could have opted to make an attempt. Didn't like that spot and moved a little bit closer, keeping that defense a lot of very busy.
Here's Dagangon to Saldua. Mocon puts the ball on the deck, and the pass was too strong for Magboho's turnover. Nueva Ecija.
Yeah, napalakas yung pasa na yun.
$60-55. A little over 4 minutes remaining. Tabi. Cyrus drives, goes to Victoria. Lawrence with a jumper. No good. That's Gab Dagangon now with Kenneth Mocon. Magbuhos thought about it. Balik kay Mocon now. Saldua matched up against Reverente. Saldua. Dagangon misses. Good stop by the Voyagers. And as we mentioned, wala po si Will Macaloni at saka si Robbie Celis sa larong to. Tabi.
Nice extra pass.
Salenga. No bounce. Wilson ahead to Mocon.
Oh, bad
poor pass.
Yeah.
And nasa penalty now Nueva Ecija, so that will mean free throws for Don Reverente.
So 2 passes so far by Mocon, causing turnovers for Nueva Ecija. That last one being too slow and too high of a pass, allowing that defense to recover. So far itong Pasay getting more trips to the line.
Yeah, this free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances sa subok at kompleto appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
Don Reverente missing that first one. Oh, he missed another one.
0 for 2, but Bonifacio grabs the offensive rebound.
Oh, wow. What a move.
No finish. Biton back in the game. Saldua. Magbuhos thought about it. Mocon takes the jumper. He'll get the bounce.
Twice Vince has hesitated on that catch and shoot situation. Good thing that Mocon was able to rise up and knock down from there.
Mocon naman hindi nag-hesitate.
Oo. Naka-high low na naman sila kay Warren. Hindi na kinuha.
Victoria. The kick out to Salenga. Jasper, drop pass. Bonifacio puts it in. It will count. And we continue. 62-57.
Coach Don Dula was saying that shot didn't even hit the rim at the time of the block and the buzzer.
Biton. It's a steal. Last 2 minutes is brought to you by GameX Sports, the official online basketball ending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending Game X. Wild sequence. Victoria will get the 2 points. 3-point lead for Nueva Ecija.
Pasay needing a really good stop here. One possession game.
Magbuhos sa Saldua. Mocon. Looking for a way through. Binigay kay Saldua. It's a foul on Reverente.
Medyo clogged yung area na yun at the time of the pasa. Good thing that Chester was able to catch it and do something about it. And so he got fouled on that attempt.
Minute and 23 seconds left. Saldua, lintis ang una. And look at the free throw shooting of Pasay, 8 of 18.
Right.
Nueva Ecija, 6 of 10. Two possession game, 63 to 59. Chester Saldua, 4.6 rebounds, 2 assists.
So far,
game.
split his free throws pa nga, no? 2 out of 4.
Inigo to Bonifacio. Corner 3. Axel, no.
And they intentionally wanted to set up that 3 for Inigo in the corner. He's one of their best 3-point shooters. Unfortunately, he didn't knock it down. Could have been a 1-point game.
It has turned out into a dogfight here.
Oh, yeah.
A much better second half for both teams.
And good responses from both. I mean, Pasay went down with just very few points in the second. Came back strong in the third.
And alam mo, dito mo rin nakita kung gaano lalim talaga ito Nueva Ecija. This is their second unit, by the way. Playing against the Pasay Voyagers.
Yeah, but so much better response from a bench points perspective itong Voyagers. They have 25 points from the bench and Nueva Ecija has 34.
Well, the Tabi and Hilario ang nagpakitang gilas in the third quarter.
Kasi at the half, it was only 4 bench points para dito sa Voyagers. And right now, you see 25.
It will stay with the Pasay Voyagers after the review.
And more importantly, they're getting a baseline out of bounds play here. One of the more difficult inbounds to defend.
Coach Marlon Martin will use a timeout. They're down by 4, 64 seconds remaining. Commissioner Kenneth Remdes and Emer Oreta, head of operations, and head of security Rudy Distrito. Of course, Commissioner Kenneth venturing into is part of that one of the nominees of the MPBL party list. And congratulations na natanggap yun. Here's Tabi.
Watch out for Inigo right here on the pin down.
I thought he had a shot there. Inigo for 3.
Yeah, that wasn't the shot that they wanted to take. Speaking of Tabi, they really were setting up for Inigo to come off that vertical stagger. Really good play by Coach Marlon.
Now to the timeout.
And so obviously Inigo really is their three-point guy. You know, the last three attempts, couple of three-point attempts, both of them coming off Inigo.
And yun talaga, I'm surprised there that Nueva Ecija did not overplay dun sa sitwasyon na yun. Bitoon with stop by Reverente on the dribble. Wilson on the back door.
Good skip. Oh.
Shot clock.
Oh, wow.
Vince Magbo's had a shot.
Yeah. This is the third time that he actually hesitated on an open three. Two of them from the top, this one in the corner.
But they were really forcing itong Nueva Ecija to really swing that ball around up until naubusan ng oras. Kasi nandun sila.
Yeah.
All the time. Juan Bonifacio with a great help there.
Well, Chris was actually waiting for Mocon to fan away on that weak side wing for that three. But that didn't happen. And so, you know, that turnover. You're not fanning away. It's just like a missed backdoor play. It's always going to be a turnover.
6-second differential. Game clock and shot clock. Tabi ang may tangan ng bola. Reverente. Yes! Don Reverente gives Pasay the lead.
Well, talk about playing to your personnel. First off, it was that three by Inigo. This time around, beautiful ball control and movement right there.
Well, that slight hesitation from Cyrus Tabi gave him, you know, an edge on that drive on Vince Magbohos.
Yeah. And which really shows you the value of a fake when you end the 2-foot action underneath. It really draws that defender off exactly how Don did it.
Babaks tayo ha, babaks tayo. John, ikaw to John ha. Okay, so, labas. Ay, serious, lalabas ka. Labas muna. Instead ba yung mag-flare screen ka dito? Pag wala, ball screen tayo. Atake tayo, please. Tapos, kick out mo. Coach, may pulse ko din siya.
Okay, the Pasay Voyagers up by 1. They have a timeout and 2 fouls to give against Nueva Ecija. Nueva Ecija will have the ball, and the Pasay Voyagers actually chasing a higher seed in the playoffs.
Right.
There's a possibility pwede pa silang mag number 5. They're currently at number 7 or number 6.
Number 5. They're number 5 right now.
They can stay there.
Yeah, they can stay there at number 5.
And they give up the foul, a smart foul to give up. 6 na segundo na bawas doon.
And this is a situation, I guess, that Coach Don Dulay also wants to test. You know, situations like this.
Bitoon. Foul by Bonifacio. That's the last foul.
But good time management also by Pasay, managing those fouls, trying to chip away. And they're going to be running plays here without the benefit of a timeout.
5.6 seconds remaining. The Voyagers are ahead. They need one more stop against the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards, who are missing their key guys. Most notably, Will Macaloni and Robbie Celis. Bitoon to inbound. Mocon gets the step, the fadeaway. Will not get the bounce. Warren Bonifacio secures the rebound. And the Voyagers complete a comeback here in the fourth quarter. Down 13. They fought their way back. And thanks to Don Reverente's layup, they are able to pull off an upset against the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. What a finish to this ball game, Coach Mike.
Really, and it's how they did it actually. Both ends of the floor with that last defensive stand and really good execution offensively. Just good plays here for Pasay.
Our best player of the game is brought to you by Daily Fantasy. Dito sa Daily Fantasy, hawak mo ang laro, and we saw the re-emergence of Lawrence Victoria in the second half. It felt like it was one of those games that Pasay really needed him.
That's right.
And he came through big time, Lawrence Victoria. And he stepped up and has led the Pasay Voyagers to this narrow victory over the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Final scores brought to you by GameX Sports, the official online basketball ending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. Let's go to Andrea.
Thank you so much. Our Daily Fantasy best player of this game, walang iba kundi si Lawrence Victoria. First of all, congratulations on this big comeback win. And speaking of comeback, medyo flat nga yung naging simula ninyo. Ano nga ba yung naging rason? At yun ba yung naging dahilan kung bakit nag-step up ka sa game na ito?
Kasi nakita ko slow start kami. So, isa dapat ako sa mag-adjust na baguhin yung tempo ng game namin. And yun lang, nagawa namin sa uli.
At nasunod nga ang plano ni Coach M at ng inyong team. Ngayon na Nueva Ecija na talaga yung makakatapat ninyo sa playoffs, paano makakatulong ang laban na ito in the playoffs?
Etong game na to, nagpataas ng boost namin, papasok ng playoffs. And then back to the practice kami, gagawin namin yung mga adjustment namin sa game.
Alright, and I'm sure aabangan yan ng mga fans ng Pasay Voyagers. Meron ka bang gustong batiin o pasalamatan? Go ahead.
Una-una, thank you kay Lord God. Binigay niya sa amin tong panalo bago ma-playoffs. And then, yung wife ko, nanonood, yung baby ko. Si Boss Big Boy, si Boss Ako, Boss Idol, papa ko sa Cavite, mga kapatid ko, yung family ng asawa ko sa Makati. And then, si Boss Egay and Mayor Emmy Calixto Rubiano, Expedia Management Investment, My Pet Space Pet Hotel, NCR Dental Clinic, LCL Waters, Tela Athletics. Yun lang.
Alright, thank you so much. Once again, that is our best player of the game brought to us by Daily Fantasy. Dito sa Daily Fantasy, hawak mo ang laro. Back to you, gentlemen.
Maraming salamat, Andrea. And congratulations, Lawrence Victoria. And the Pasay Voyagers pulling off the victory over the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Up next, it's the home team, the Caloocan Batang Kangkalu, in the second to their last game of the regular season. San Juan Knights ang makakalaban nila, the top team in the league. For now, we'll take a break and we will be right back for Caloocan versus San Juan.